Want to know the best way to publish a book? If you've been working on your first book as a faith-based author, but you're not sure the best way to publish it, grab your pen and paper because in this video, I'm going to share with you the best way to publish your book. Step number 1, choose your print-on-demand vendor. When I first started writing my first book in 2008, I thought the only way to become a self-published author was to have a local printer print copies of my book. And if they do that, you have to order thousands of dollars worth of inventory. Nah, sis, that's not how it is anymore. All glory to Jesus. Now, you can use a business model called print-on-demand book publishing. And what that means is that you basically hire a third-party vendor to print a copy of your book once you sell it. Yes, you heard me right. They don't print the book until you've made the sale. So what you're going to do is when somebody buys from your website, you're going to take that money, hopefully half if you have the right profit margin, pay the print-on-demand company to print the book and ship to your customer. Now, a couple of things. It does take longer to get to your customer because it's printed on demand. So instead of them getting it within 2 or 3 days, they're probably going to get it within 15 to 20 days. But as long as you put that on your actual sales page, it's fine because they're purchasing knowing they're not going to get the book for 20 days. Also, it's a higher cost per print. So when you use print on demand, the book publishing or the book printing company, they have a higher cost per print because they're not able to print in bulk. So every time they're running that ink, they're running that glue, they're binding, everything is one at a time. So their costs are much higher, which is why you pay a little bit more per copy, but you just sell your book accordingly. So if the print-on-demand vendor is charging you $8 per copy, you make sure you charge a customer at least $16 per copy. So that way you're still keeping at least a 50% profit margin in your business. So the very first step in the best way to self-publishing a book is to choose your own print-on-demand book vendor. Here's how you choose your print-on-demand book vendor. Number 1, research print-on-demand vendors and see which one you like the best. So you're just gonna go to google.com, literally type in print-on-demand books and just see what's available. The second step is once you have seen the different vendors and maybe hopefully you are gravitating towards a few, choose 2 or 3 options that you really, really like. So for me, I like to look at their social media pages. I like to look at their customer reviews. I like to check their Better Business Bureau page. Big key there. Sometimes I'll email customer support just to see how quickly they get back to me. Little things like that to make sure it's a company that I actually want to do business with. And then third, once you have chosen your 3 options, go ahead and order samples of your book from those vendors. Every single one of them are going to have their own print sizes, their own templates. So make sure you get it directly from the company. Do not format your book and put the same book in all 3 different vendors. You're setting some up from failure, okay? Make sure you format that book for each individual vendor and order it printed and shipped to you. Now, I recommend shipping it 6x9. I recommend doing black and white interior, and I recommend doing a perfect bound spine. This way, you're just gonna get the most cost-effective pricing because you don't need to have these crazy options when you're publishing a book. People are gonna buy your book because it's a solution to a problem, not because you have a spiral bound spine, okay? So choose the most cost-effective option so that you can have the highest profit margins when you sell your book. If you want to know my favorite print-on-demand book vendors in the Godly Girl Author Toolkit, I tell you who they are and I show you how to use them, how to access their templates as well. Step number 2 for the best way to self-publish your book is to price your book. Price your book. Once I started selling my book print on demand in 2009, I was using a vendor called CreateSpace. They no longer exist, unfortunately, but they were awesome and I loved using them, but they were a little bit expensive per print. So I didn't understand that if they were charging me $8.75, then I probably shouldn't list my book for sale for $10 because that means I was only making $1.25 every time I sold a book. I didn't understand the concept of profit margin. And so I want you to price your book according to what your vendor is charging you. Price your book according to what your vendor is charging you. I don't know what this is that we do as faith-based authors where we think we have to price our book for the cheapest option for people. Like, why are we doing that to ourselves? I feel like as women of faith, we should be charging more so that we can do more for our community. Statistically speaking, research shows as women, we are the ones who invest in our families, invest in our communities, invest in our churches. So we should be charging more so we can invest more. So, girl, don't price for what you think people want to spend on your book. Price for what the vendor's charging you to print and ship your book. And the way you're going to do this are 3 steps. What is the price that the vendor is charging you to print and ship that book to your customer? Log in, look at your cart, look at your order, and see what you actually paid. That's the price that they're charging you to print and ship to your customer. Number 2, how much did the vendor charge to ship your book? So you're gonna have, most vendors have different shipping options. So whichever one you're gonna offer to your customer is the one that you're going to include in this pricing structure. If you wanna make sure you ship with between 5 and 10 days, choose the option that allows you to ship with between 5 and 10 days. If you don't care, like me, I'll ship my books 15 to 20 days. I'll just let you know on the sales page, it's print on demand. You're not gonna get it for 15 to 20 days. Then I choose the least, I don't want to say cheapest, but really it's the most frugal option. If you want to ship overnight, choose the option that's overnight, but your vendor is going to tell you how much each of those pricing structures cost. So choose whatever one you want and then add that to the price. And then the third step, whatever the price that they're charging you to print the book plus the price that they're charging you to ship the book, add those together and multiply times at least 2. And I say at least 2 because if you times by 2, then you're having a 50% profit margin in your book business, which means for every dollar of revenue you make, you're keeping 50 cents. You don't have to stick to 50% though. You can have 75%. You can have 100%. You can have 200%, 500%. Who gonna check you, boo? This is your business. This is your business. So you choose your profit margin and you multiply accordingly. But just make sure it's at least times 2. Because if you are selling $1's worth of product in your business, you should be keeping at least 50 cents in your bank account. That is how you're going to have enough money left over to scale your business. And then finally, step number 3 for the best way to self-publish your book. Now that you have your print-on-demand vendor, now that you've priced your book according to what they're charging you, step number 3, list your book for sale on your own platform. List your book for sale on your own platform. The definition of self-publishing is just to make available for sale. So as soon as somebody can purchase your book, whether that's in person, whether that's on your website, whether that's in your sales funnel, you are a self-published author. The reason why I'm telling you to list it for sale on your own website, not on the print-on-demand vendor, not on Amazon.com, not on any other third party, but on your own platform, is because you want something called the customer email address when you sell your book. Let's rewind to 2009 when I first started selling my books on Amazon.com. I had no idea who purchased my book and who didn't. If you've ever sold on Amazon, you know why, right? They don't give you the customer's email address. When you do all that hard work to do marketing for your book and somebody goes to your Amazon page and purchases, Amazon keeps the customer's email address. Amazon retargets that customer with other books that they might like. Amazon makes more money off the hard work that you did. Now, no shade to Amazon. They are a beast. And by the grace of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, I claim God Will Grow will be a multi-billion-dollar company someday too. Yes, ma'am. So I'm not trying to hate. However, you did that hard work to get that sale. So you should be the one being able to have repeat business from it. Amazon's not going to give you the customer email addresses, so that's why you need to sell on your own website so that when you do all that hard work with marketing, you have access to that customer's email address. So that when you publish book number 2 and book number 3 and book number 4, you can go ahead and let them know and have hopefully repeat business. So here's how to list your book for sale on your own website. Step number 1, choose your website host. It really doesn't matter. Today, in today's market, there are so many great options to start your online bookstore. There's no wrong option. The only thing that will make it wrong is if you don't know how to use it. So I don't recommend using a tool or software that's very hard to use, very clunky to understand, that's difficult to navigate. Don't do that. So I once built my whole bookstore on, let me not say the name of the e-commerce platform because I don't want any disrespect over here, but I used a very, very common and well-known platform, and it just was so difficult to make book sales because it was so confusing to use the software. And now I switched to a very simple platform that I absolutely love in the God Will Grow Faith-Based Author School. I show you how to do it. But yeah, just choose a website software that is easy for you to use, watch the tutorials, and get it started. It really doesn't matter. It does not need to be fancy. It does not need to even be pretty. It's your marketing that's going to sell this book. Wix, Shopify, Teachable, Thinkific, WooCommerce, I'm on ClickFunnels, New Kajabi. I can't even, there are so many. Just choose one, watch the tutorials, and build your platform. Step number 2, learn how to use it. Step number 2, learn how to use your chosen platform. If you try to build your own website on a tool that you have no idea how it works, I'm telling you, sis, you're gonna get discouraged, you're gonna get imposter syndrome, you're gonna give up. You're gonna end up putting that book on for sale on Amazon.com and barely making any profit and not having the customer email address. So don't set yourself up for failure. I used to do that all the time. I'd choose a new software and just dive in and start using it, and I'd get so discouraged because I was confused. But every single one of these platforms has tutorials. You literally don't have to guess. Every single one of them, Wix, Shopify, WooCommerce, WordPress, Thinkific, New Kajabi, ClickFunnels, all of them have tutorials that they have recorded themselves that shows you how to use the platform. So just watch the tutorials. Either invest in a tutorial or watch their YouTube channel and figure it out for yourself. Either way, learn how to use the software. And then the third step for listing the book for sale on your own platform is to list the book for sale on your platform. Now that you know how to use this tool, you've learned it, you've studied it, go ahead and build it. You're gonna write yourself a sales page, a sales letter for your book. You're gonna build up your sales page on your platform. Hopefully you'll record a little sales video because people love to watch video. I would love for you to tell your story, why you wrote this book, why somebody should purchase it to solve a specific problem. Let them know your background, let them know about your brand, all of it, girl. Put that in a video, put that on the page, and list your book for sale. So now when you do marketing, you are able to have profit margin, use print on demand, and have the customer's email address so that when you publish book number 2 and book number 3 and book number 4, girl, I claim it for you in the name of Jesus, you're gonna be a multi-hyphenated published author by the grace of Jesus. Every single time you put out a new book, you have customers waiting to purchase. Now, if you need help doing these steps, check out the brand new God That Will Grow Faith-Based Author School that I created to help you get it done. So in the author toolkit, everything is already recorded and already available for you. So as soon as you sign up, you can get started with your book. So first up is the Write Your Nonfiction Book Workshop that I was telling you about. All of these modules are already here. Finding your topic is 9 minutes. Creating your book methodology is 21 minutes. Creating your book outline is 22 minutes. Writing your book manuscript is 28 minutes. Copy editing your book is 23 minutes. Designing your book interior, 29 minutes. Designing your book exterior, 15 minutes. And then publishing your book, 12 minutes. So this is already recorded. So as soon as you sign up, you can go through and go ahead and make sure you have a book that solves a specific problem. And then in the author toolkit, girl, the ebook tutorials, 81 minutes. The workbook companion, let me show you some of this stuff. So this is the workbook that I created for the author brand class, right? It's so simple to do. So I show you how to do this step-by-step in the workbook class. The prayer journal, this one's 98 minutes. So let me show you the God That Will Grow prayer journal. A lot of you guys have seen this on godthatwillgrow.com. I'm going to show you how to create these prayer journals step-by-step. You'll learn how to do it spiral, or you can do it the ones that don't have the spiral as well. So this is the one that I actually demonstrate for you inside the class. You can do a perfect bound as well. So you're going to be able to get your prayer journals done. I'm also going to teach you daily devotionals. If you remember, I have the Find Your Purpose daily devotional. So this tutorial is 120 minutes long. I literally record myself doing it so you can follow along step by step. So you'll know how to do daily devotional step by step. I'm also going to teach you Bible study guides. If you remember, the very first book that I published was a Bible study guide. So I'll show you how to do these as well. These make fantastic companions to your books. I'm also going to show you how to do a daily planner. If you remember, on godword.com, I have my daily planner, the Legendary Purpose Planner. One of the very first planners that I had was the 30-Day Success Planner as well. If you remember in my original Boss Filmmaker Chick, so I have this planner. So you can do this many different ways. So I show you how to do a daily planner in that class. I also am going to show you how to do a digital planner as well. And you're going to learn how to do a journal. And one of the really, really fun ones is the adult coloring books, the coloring books for adults. So this is the one that you're going to see me create and self-publish in this 2-hour class. This is so pretty. And this one is all about mindfulness, right? How to worship the Lord while we are being present and helping ourselves to get rid of anxiety. You're going to learn how to make these step-by-step inside of the adult coloring book class. So all that is already recorded, already available for you as soon as you sign up. So when you join the God That Will Grow Faith-Based Author School, you'll get access to the author toolkit that includes the Write Your Nonfiction Book Workshop, a $497 value, how to write and self-publish an ebook, a $497 value, how to create a workbook companion, a $497 value, how to write and self-publish a prayer journal, a $497 value, how to write and self-publish a daily devotional, a $497 value. You're going to learn how to write and self-publish a Bible study guide, a $497 value, how to create and self-publish a coloring book, a $497 value, how to write and self-publish a daily planner, a $497 value, and how to create and self-publish a notebook journal of $497 value. All these recordings are already there. They show you how to do it step by step so you can bundle your book. The whole goal is so that you can bundle your book, sis, so you can offer it through a sales funnel. So to get started, go to christianauthorSchool.com, christianauthorSchool.com. Let me show you what that page looks like. It'll take you to this application form. Go ahead and fill out this application form, hit submit, and that's how you'll be able to get access to the brand new God That Would Grow Faith-Based Author School. So if you're ready to get started, go to christianauthorSchool.com and fill out the application form. If you're not ready yet to get started with your books, but you do want to learn the steps for starting your own book business, come join my free upcoming 3-day Start Your Book Business Challenge that I'm hosting. The link is in the description box below. And don't forget to watch this video to help you take action with your book business even further. God bless you, sis. I'll see you in the next one.